Welcome back. In this tutorial, we start talking about SASS. It's another way to write CSS. SASS stands for Syntactically Awesome Style Sheet. It is a CSS preprocessor that enables you to use things like a variable, nested row, mixin, and many other things. We go over variable, nested row, and mixin in this tutorial. It helps you keep your style sheet clean and organized. There are two extensions for SASS, the .SASS extension and the .SCSS extension. The difference between these two is the .SASS has no curly brackets and no semicolon, but use white space. The .SASS resembles the regular CSS with curly brackets and semicolon. We will be using the .SCSS in this tutorial. But since browser cannot read SASS file, we need a compiler to translate from SASS to regular CSS, and for that we will use an extension in VS Code, Visual Studio Code, to compile our SASS file. Now let's get coding. Okay, let's get started with the SASS by first creating a SASS file. Right click, new file, let's name it style.xcss. Add a SASS file right here. Like during our introduction, browser cannot read SASS file, so we need something to compile into regular CSS. So for that, we're going to install an extension. So go right here and search for live SASS Compiler and choose this one right here by this author. I already have it installed. Go ahead and install it, and that's all you have to do. And let's go back here and close this one up. Now this is our SASS file. We will convert everything from our regular CSS to our SASS file. So let's copy everything here. Copy and let's delete it. Let's save. Now let me open up the browser so we can see. So as you can see, we remove everything from the CSS folder and it's empty right here. This is our SASS file. Let's paste everything back in here. Since we copy from the CSS, and let's save it. And as you can see right here, we had this option called Cowash SASS. Click it, and then we have it right here. Now that looks like our old CSS. Now one thing, you can see we had our SASS right here, and then we have our CSS right here. Instead of the same thing. Now from the HTML, you always want to link the CSS and never the SASS. Let's see if I link the SASS right here, save it, nothing. So you always want to link the CSS so everything works. So this is our CSS, nothing changes. Let me close that one up and SASS. Now let's talk about variable. For example, variable help you store values. For example, we have color orange right here. We have another orange, blue, another blue, an orange. Right here we have green, and we have like green here also. So let's create variable, one for orange, one for blue, and one for green. To create variable in SASS, start with a dollar sign and your variable name. Let me call it orange color and give it the value of orange. Sorry, semicolon. Now let's create a variable for the blue color. Blue. Now let's create one for a green color. Green. We save it. Nothing happens. We go to the CSS. We don't see it right here because the variable are not compiled into CSS. So now we can change anywhere we see this orange to this variable right here. So orange color. And this one change to blue color. Change this to blue color. Change this to orange color. Change it to green color. Then there's one more green up here. Yeah, right here. Green color. We save it. Nothing changes. But if we look back here, we have it again. The orange, green. Now let's say we want to change this to another color. Let's say red. We save this. Now you can see this was orange before, now it's red. So we don't have to go manually change right here. We just have to change it in one spot right here, and we change everywhere. Not orange. And that's variable. Now let's talk about mixins. So what are mixins? Mixin allows you to make group or CSS declaration that you want to reuse throughout your style. So for example, let's take the border for example. We have the border right here, another border right here, another border right here, another border right here, and another border right here, and another border right here. As you can see, we use the border property a lot throughout styling. So let's create a mixin for the border. To create mixin, start by the @ symbol for the keyword mixin. Give it a name. Let's give it a border. Curly brackets, and we specify our SCSS declaration here. So in this case, in the property border, let's give it, say, 1 pixel solid. Let's use this orange color. We save it. We go back here. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. How do we use a mixin? All you have to do, for example, let's change this using our mixin. Let me comment this one to make a comment in SASS. All you have to do is 2 forward slashes, right, like that. That's so remember this our section right here. So let's use this mixin. We use the @ symbol, keyword include, and then our mixin name border. We save it, and we have it right here. We go back to the CSS. We have it right here. Also, mixin allows you to pass in some variable to make it more flexible. As you can see here, we have 2 pixels or the width. Here we have 1 pixel with blue color. This one 1 pixel. This one 1 pixel with gray color. We're mixin, we can pass in some variable so it's dynamic. To do so, passing the variable, let's say variable for width, comma, variable for type, like the type of the border doing one solid or dotted, and then say the color. And here, instead of put a hard coded number, we can change this to the width, change this to type, and change this to the color variable. And down here, all you have to do is pass in our numbers. So in this case, 2 pixels for the width, solid for the type, and orange color for the color. We save it. We have it right here. We go back to our CSS. It updated. So it's dynamic, it's flexible. Let's do it for this one. Let me comment this one out real quick. Also, another way to comment out is control / okay, include, add include, border, open the parentheses, so we have 1 pixel, solid, then have blue color. We save. You can see it's still the same. Let's say I want it to be green color. We save. It turned to green, as you can see right here. Let's go back to the blue. Save and remain the same. Since these are the same, let me copy this and paste it here. And this remain the same. And let's do the same thing for this one. Paste. But this one is gray, so I can just put the word gray. And see, it remain the same. And this one is salmon. These 2 pixels. We save. And it remains the same right here. Hope that makes sense. And you know the rest. Do the same for this also. We comment this on up. Green color. So we can see nothing changes. Let's say we want to change this to dotted, and it changed. Our CSS, you can see, remain the same. Now salmon right here. Let's go back to the salad. So that's mixing. Also, you can pass default value for this. Let's say you want, by default, you want the width to be just 1 pixel. You can do so by specify the 1 pixel right here. You want by default the type to be solid, for the solid right here. You want by default the color to be orange. You can put the orange variable right here. Orange color. We save it. Nothing changes. So for example, this is solid orange color, but we're only changing the width right here. So in this case, you don't need all of this. All you have to do is specify the variable that you're changing, in this case the width. So width, and then specify the value, and as you can see, it remains the same. We go back to the CSS section. You can see right here. I hope this makes sense. Now that's mixing. Now let's talk about keeping your code clean using partials. We can break all this down, put them in their own files, so we have a clean and organized style sheet. To do so, let's create another file. Let's say one for variable, a partial for variable. To do so, put underscore your file's name, in this case variables. I'll call it variables .scss. This tell the SASS compiler not to compile this because it's a partial. In this case, I'm gonna get all the variable right here, copy them, call them, paste them right here. We save, and then we create another one for mixin, new file, mixin .scss. We copy all the mixin right here. We paste them right here. Now we get an error because I can't find the color, orange color, can't find it because there's no way it knows about these two files. So we need to bring these two files inside our style.scss file. To do so, all you have to do is the @import rule, quotation mark, and our variable name, our file's name. So variables and semicolon. Now you see we don't need to put the underscore here, or you don't have to put the .scss here. And I do the same thing for mixin, @import mixin. We save, and everything works. As you can see right here, success, everything works, nothing changes. Now I can go here, let's say for variable, let's say I want to change the font size for this heading. Say create a font size variable, size, let's give it like 50 pixel. You save, nothing happens. Inside here you can find all the heading. Instead of writing the 40 pixel here, I can use my variable font size. We save it, now you can see now it's 50 pixel. Here now it's CSS 50 pixel. Hope that makes sense. Now let's put all this styling inside another folder, so this one is clean. We only use this file to import other files. Let's create another file called global. Again, underscore global .scss. We paste everything here. We save. Nothing happened, but as soon as we save right here, we lose everything. So we need to import our global style here. Import global semicolon. We save. Then everything works. Let me close the mixin and the variable. Now let's talk about nested rule. This is a perfect example to do so. For example, we have set session heading 1. So we're grabbing the heading 1 inside the session tag. For the nested rule, we have something like this. Section. We open our curly bracket H1. And you say font size. For our decoration here, font size, let's say 30 pixel. We save. You can see it changes. Like if you go back to our CSS, we have it right here. Same thing. It translates the same way. So this rule right here, we translate to section heading 1, like that. Now let's do it for the anchor element. To do so, open a curly bracket, See, this is the pseudo element. We use the ampersand and hover, open, and we let add a border. Let's change the border when we hover on it. We are using our border mixin. Put include our board mixing a border. I change the width. This one at 3 pixels. We save. Nothing happened, but soon we pull our mouse over it, you can see it changes. Inside of CSS, you have it right here. And that makes sense. Now let's see how we can do it with a form, a little bit more complex. As you can see right here, we have form inputs and then we have form select. So we're selecting these two. By the SASS nested rule, become a lot easier. So in this case, since both of them had a form, both of them are inside of the form, you can just specify the container, which is form. We open the curly bracket and then we put inputs, semicolon, select, and where you specify the rule here. Let me just copy this, copy, we paste it here. Now let's change this to say 2 pixel and let's change this to 12 so you can see the effect. You can see right here, say 15. You can see right here. This is the same as this. Let me show you. As you can see right here, let's translate to the same. Let's do it for this one also. This is another good example. So in this case, we got our form, our focus, opening. In this case, we use again the ampersand, hover, comma, ampersand, focus, and let's do this in here. Copy and paste. We save, and same thing. Let me comment this out. I'm sorry. Save. Now we're here. Right here. Now let's see how we can do it with classes. Let's try this by adding a class to our session and how we can use classes in SASS. So here, like, give our session right here, class called section, and here for the heading is a class session dash heading. So let's try to select this class section heading inside of the session. To do so, here we can get our class like the dot section, open, and then we get our class also for the session, our heading, class session heading. Let's change it to font size. Like, give it the old font size again, variable which is 50 pixel. Save. You can see this right here, we translate to this section, heading. Something like this, except is using classes. So when we save and we check our Compiler CSS, we have it right here. But let's say you don't want this, you don't want session, you don't want it to be something like section heading. This, all you have to do instead of specify this section again, use ampersand, because since this one is session and this also has session, ampersand, it will translate to this just session. We save it, nothing changes. We look our CSS, we have it right here, and that's it. Now just select this. During our project we're gonna be using it quite a lot, so we go over a lot more stuff, but right now that'll be it for this tutorial. The next week tutorial, it will be a small crash course on JavaScript, and then after that we will start our project. Thank you.